Right, should we get on to the first talking point of the night? I think it would be a
sure.
good place to start. Right, so TV shows slash childhood TV shows. What did you get up to in your childhood? What made you stay indoors and avoid being social? I want to hear it.
I think I speak for all of us when I say Wizards of Waverly Place was the one.
100
I
fucking
dropped my
percent.
phone.
If I recall correctly, that was a very strange show, wasn't it?
It was not strange.
Yes. It was a little bit.
Yeah, it was
strange.
really strange, yeah.
I'm
just being
but,
biased
you know,
for Selena Gomez.
But yeah, Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez.
That's a different talking point.
That's a different talking point, yeah, altogether. It was a bad one to start from with me. Sorry.
See, I was one of those childs that was did not have access to the Disney Channel because we didn't have Sky. So I'm one of those CBBC kids.
Ooh.
Right.
I think if you watch CBBC, you grew up poor, and if you had Sky and you had the Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, then you were fairly well off.
Oh, but you know about the the Futurama, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've always been in the opinion Futurama was better than The Simpsons.
Oh,
in some ways,
I might have to disagree with you there.
I can sort of agree. As I got a little bit older, I preferred Futurama.
Yes.
When I hit like 14, 15, I preferred Futurama to Simpsons.
So when I think at the same moment, so when I hit like 12, 13 was when I started watching that stuff. Simpsons had fallen off the face of the planet with the new stuff. Like the new stuff was awful. The OG. Yeah.
Yeah, so my brother and my sister and I, we used to have like family nights. After dinner, we would go into the lounge and we'd put on The Simpsons every single night. We would watch it. But I have to agree, the old school Simpsons, that was top notch.
As Jazz has just said in the chat, the classic Simpsons is Pog.
Yeah, completely agree there.
Completely agree. But yeah, Futurama though, was different breed of show.
Very good.
Like,
it was very,
very good. It was.
Don't forget, made by the same people as well. It's Matt Groening.
Matt Groening, yeah.
So, all of the same kind of comedy styles coming from it, but I don't think I really connected with Futurama as much.
It was one of those things where, I definitely can understand why. It was one of those shows that I'd get angry at if someone took it off recording. Because I used to record like every episode. I think everyone has that like one episode that they used to record when they were younger, and just like if someone took it off, you'd like fucking punch someone.
See, I don't know if the age gap is too much. I know there's only 2-3 years, but Fairly Odd Parents. Did you ever watch that?
I did. I loved it.
That was a fantastic show.
Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah. Oh, that brings back memories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those were the easy
fucking
days.
Sticky Vicky.
I think there were some definitely strange shows on CBBC.
I think that's something else you're naming, Aaron.
I just don't know how they were able
Icky
to
Vicky, Icky Vicky, fuck off.
Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, the first thing you said was definitely not children's stuff.
Yes, it was. Shut up.
So we got people in the chat saying a bit of iCarly, Zoe 101. Can't say that I've ever heard
Never watched Zoe 101.
No.
I never watched Zoe 101. I watched Victorious.
I watched iCarly as well.
Okay. iCarly, I think that was... I used to have a neighbour that luckily had Sky and Nickelodeon, so, was friends with them for the TV, really. And we used to watch things like iCarly.
Yeah, so
I think I've generally watched every episode of iCarly.
It was my grandparents that had Sky, so I could only watch it like certain days after school. But then I'd always convince my parents, I want to go to the grandparents' house to like help out and stuff because they're old. Now I just want to watch TV. I'd do like 5 minutes of like cleaning the garden and go watch TV for 2 hours.
Yeah, this is going to link onto a later topic in the evening, but this specific neighbour was they had access to Sky, so I was friends with them for the TV, really. Yeah, it sounds horrible of me.
Nah, it's fine.
But it works.
You have to do things in life.
Exactly, you have to make sacrifices. And
sometimes people don't
I
like
realised
it,
what Future Step it is. I was like, Oh, is that one? No, that one. Oh, that one. Okay.
Ooh. But I think it was worth it. It was definitely worth it.
Definitely worth it, obviously. Yeah. What other shows did I used to watch?
I'm trying to think of the name of one. Is where the guy, the boy in it, was a super. He got his powers, and he was in a video game at the same time. He was from the video game or something. It's a superhero thing. I can't remember the name of it. It's really annoying me.
No idea what you're on about.
It was on Disney XD. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, I wouldn't have seen it then.
I thought I turned those off. Never mind. My sound alerts are on. I don't know why.
Oh dear.
Why are my sound alerts on?
I'm gonna search it up.
Yeah, search it up, see what it is. What else was
there?
There was definitely those like
Phineas
3 or 4. Phineas and Ferb. How can we forget Phineas and Ferb?
Oh god, what a great show!
I think so many old school like cartoons and series that they try to like modernize, and it didn't give you the same feel as it used to. Yeah. But like The Simpsons, they tried to modernize that, and everything looked too realistic, and it was like, I just want the old school cartoons.
They've gone back to the older style.
Yeah, have they?
Yeah, they have, definitely have. Talking of different art styles, has anyone seen the new Pokemon anime series?
No.
And what it looks like?
I'll have to check it out.
Okay, I'm gonna bring a picture of it up on my screen on.
Right, go on.
It's I don't like it. Pokemon. Fuck, what's it called? Sun and Moon.
It also seems like we have some disagreements in the chat as well. So,
Georgia
is saying that Kim Possible was trash. I
have
to say that I very much enjoyed Kim Possible.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great
Are you
show.
okay, child? What is wrong with you? Yes, so if you can look at this. What the fuck is that?
I can't see anything, but go on.
Give me a second. I need to bring your stream up again so I can read it.
Let's have a little look. Someone in chat hasn't seen Phineas and Ferbs, but I have a feeling that this is someone who didn't grow up in the times. You know what I'm talking about is like 2000 2006 to 2010 maybe.
I can tell you.
That kind of era.
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb. See when it started.
But I think those years were like the elite years.
But yeah, it's just the new Pokemon anime is wrong. Did anyone used to watch the old Pokemon anime when they were younger? I'm a Pokemon nerd.
Yeah, I did.
I have to say, my sister was the Pokemon nerd in my family.
We're talking to the wrong sibling, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You were friends with the wrong person.
Phineas and Ferb 2008 it started, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it was...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That late?
It's finished in 2015.
What was Candace's friend called in Phineas and Ferb? I know this is a later topic, but...
Characters, let's have a look.
I feel like that's going to be one of your childhood crushes, isn't it?
It is.
It is. I knew it.
Whilst we're on the topic of it, I might as well because Isabella was played by Alison Stoner, who's done so much shit now. She's done like music. She was in Step Up, all that stuff. Loads of other. God, Vanessa.
Oh,
It was Vanessa. Vanessa.
The black-haired one.
Thank you, Kayla. Yeah, Vanessa was. Ooh. But we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself.
No, I know. Many people have said in both mine and your chats now, Hannah Montana.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did watch it, but not like
I didn't get into it. Yeah.
I have to agree. It's just one of the things I didn't watch much as a child. I've watched the film now. Decent film, but the
I
TV
watched
show
the film
really
ages ago.
I mean, can we just realise that we've forgotten one of the most elite cartoons of all time of our generation, SpongeBob?
Oh God, yeah, what program?
How could we forget?
SpongeBob.
What program?
Probably one of
Can't
the
forget
top
SpongeBob.
top 5.
I have a
I would say.
SpongeBob Teddy somewhere in this room. I don't know where. More wine.
Finish the first glass
And
already.
that sums up the
I was
podcast. More wine.
eating. I was eating when I finished the first one.
Oh, okay. That's acceptable.
Oh, Ollie does raise a good point, and I do have to agree with him on this. Yu-Gi-Oh.
No.
No, I
No?
wasn't a part of that,
No.
unfortunately.
Oh, no. Yu-Gi-Oh
No.
was elite. I rewatched it
No.
like during lockdown. It's great.
No.
So good.
What
Sorry, I
do you
can't
think
agree
of
with you,
this is kind of going back a little bit more in time, but I think it obviously they used to replay the shows, but you've got the original Ninja Turtles and the
Yeah.
Flintstones.
Yeah.
Those two.
Flintstones, not so much. I think
No.
even for me and Aaron, Flintstones was before our time.
I
Like,
agree that it was
it's an
before my
old
time,
program.
but watching it back used to be quite good whenever it was on TV.
So I caught Flintstones in both run-throughs of its lifetime. Because I
So
was just about old enough to catch it the first time.
Yeah,
at
I
the
think
end
it
of
came out like
And
late
then I
90s.
caught it when it replayed, and I was like, "Oh, I remember this." And yes, Kayla, I do remember Recess. Recess was amazing.
Oh my god, I was just about to bring that up. Recess was awesome.
Yeah, I never got into Recess.
No, Dalton, Recess was so good.
Yeah.
I watched it every now and then, but I never watched it
Yeah,
properly. Like the way I used to watch Phineas and Ferb and whatever. So,
See, and then getting into like the late ends of the 2000s with the cartoons, we've got obviously Teletubbies, Pingu, Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I have a
Tom and
story
Jerry.
about
I
Teletubbies.
loved Pingu.
Pingu
Okay,
was
I
elite.
loved Pingu. I loved Teletubbies. I loved Teletubbies so much so when I was younger, I think I was like 1, maybe 2 years old.
Mhm.
I think I was messing around in the sitting room with my dad or something, playing hide and seek, and I decided to jump off the sofa, and I broke my arm.
Oh my god.
So I went to hospital, did all that stuff, and I was crying in the hospital, and they were putting a cast on me, and I was like, "No, no, I wanted Lala." And I like, this is my first memory of life ever. It's just me crying, "No, I wanted Lala." So for the next 6 months of my life, I had a yellow cast up my arm
Oh.
because I wanted it Lala colored.
I think what is so fantastic about all of these like old school cartoons is they come back around. Like they don't like stay back in the 90s or the early 2000s. Like
They're
they
still
come
making
back.
Teletubbies.
Yeah, exactly.
What? I just remembered. Have you seen the remake of Bob the Builder? It looks awful.
Oh, don't even get
Haven't,
me
no.
started on that. I have like a passion of hatred for the new Bob the Builder. I think Bob the Builder was my childhood watch. I used to have all of the Bob the Builder merch. I had a Bob the Builder bicycle when I first started to learn riding, and a helmet and all of the toys. It was my thing. I was Bob the Builder.
I remember vividly. My bicycle was Thomas the Tank Engine.
I tell you what,
And
for
it was Percy.
for the next podcast, I will try and find the pictures of me kitted out in my Bob the Builder kit.
Oh,
Yeah, it would just be.
good. I'll
It's,
see if I can
it's
find any
funny.
nice
Behold,
stuff.
that.
It is. It is. Yeah, I don't know what they've done with the new episodes of those.
It just doesn't look right, does it?
No. I think the old way of animating everything just looked so much better. They really nailed what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not just us being old though?
Yeah, I
think
know.
it might just be us being old.
It's probably a bit of both.
Oh, ooh, I have to bring this up because it aired today or last week. They've redone Tracy Beaker. There's new series of it.
Oh my god, yeah,
It's out on
she's the
CBBC.
mum now. She has a child.
She's a mum.
I know.
And
Have you seen
yeah.
that? And the what's the name? The
I've
evil
seen the
one.
show. I've not seen the show. Yeah. I can't remember the evil's name, but Tracy Beaker was me watching so long ago. I can't remember anything about it. I kind of forgot about Tracy Beaker until I saw the news that they were remaking it. I was like, oh fuck, yeah,
But
that show's
I think
out.
the storyline of this one is going to be how, you know, Tracy Beaker has this daughter, but she's still like harsh enemies with the girl that she grew up with.
Oh really?
So she's still
that
around.
could be quite fun.
And I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I saw in one of the teasers, but it seems to be some family issues between Tracy Beaker and her husband. So that should be interesting to watch. I know. Drama.
Ooh.
But I don't want to spoil it for anyone that's not
Don't
had a
wanna
chance to
spoil it,
watch
no.
it. But yeah, that should be interesting to see how that plans out.
Ooh, I've seen a good suggestion in your chat that we will talk about because we need to. Tom
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jerry.
Of course, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry was legend. I used to watch it all the time with my grandparents.
Mhm.
I have a Tom and Jerry tattoo.
Do you? Wow. Okay. We'll have to see that one
I have
sometime.
no idea how if I can share this on the screen because it's on my leg, and I don't know how high I can pull up my leg.
Mate,
This
those
is when
robots
you
come in
get
handy. Come on,
this is when you get a Twitch ban for showing too much.
decent
I mean,
content.
Yeah.
it's on my calf. Like that's not that much. I think it's already been on. How high can I get my leg? This is gonna go horrendously. Oh, you can't see it. My room's too dark.
I think what was so good about Tom and Jerry is the fact that there wasn't really a storyline, like a strong storyline, which allowed them to create so many different kind of like stories within itself.
Oh,
You know,
100%.
they were
And
always able
they-
to come up with something new.
But yes, Tom and Jerry is amazing. Especially when they had what's the dog's name?
Oh, I can't remember.
Hitting a brick wall. The dog was amazing. Like, great character.
So I've just seen another suggestion in my chat
Um,
from a show called Trapped. I think that aired on CBBC.
Trap.
Trapped
Oh, all of
scared
those shows. So Trapped,
the
Raven,
living shit out
all
of
those
me.
types.
I've never watched Trapped.
Honestly,
Oh,
the
Just
was
gonna
it a
look at
woman or was it a man? But that face, I refused to watch it after watching it like twice. I couldn't. I just couldn't. It actually scared me.
I know the face. I know the face. And I was like, oh,
It
yeah.
was-
Is it a
it was
kids
freaky.
program?
Trapped was
It
amazing. It
was.
was a kid show, and it was like, do you know, like
So, you
one
had,
of those kids challenge ones where they had to do a bunch of shit to win.
so it
but,
was like a tower, and then each level in the tower had like a challenge. And it was almost like Among Us, where like one of the people was like an imposter, and they had to try and sabotage the rest of the team in completing the challenge. And then at the end of the challenge on that floor, the group would nominate who they thought the imposter was, and whoever got voted off was stuck on that level of the tower.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of flashback.
Oh, yeah.
Flashback.
Yeah, go on.
Do not react. You are the saboteur.
Oh god, it sends chills down my spine, I tell you. So they had like a little earpiece, and this creepy voice would like say like, "You are the saboteur. Do not react," or something, and it was just I
Yeah.
just couldn't
But
do it.
all of those like challengey types of shows from CBBC. So you had like 50-50, Raven. Raven was a great one.
Oh my god,
I remember
what,
Raven.
what was it? Jungle Run or something?
Jungle Run. Yeah, Jungle Run.
don't know
They
if that-
redid Jungle Run and it looked awful.
Did it?
Yeah. Again,
Why
another one that
everything
just
and
looks awful.
everything just being ruined by modern day remakes.
Yeah, I just don't know why, but Jungle Run was so good, and I've just seen my chat, and there's so many other shows that we have to react.
So again, that was another like 2000 to 2006 based show.
Yeah, but it was so good. Did neither of you remember 50-50?
50-50. Let me have
No.
a little search of what that was.
So 50-50 was where they said they'd bring in two schools, and the students would compete in different challenges, and like it was to raise. I don't know if it was to raise
Oh my god,
funds for the school or just to
all I
break a
remember about
trophy or
this
something.
is the logo. I'm
The
looking at the
yellow
logo
versus
now.
blue
Yeah.
50-50. Yeah, and it's like a fucking pill. And I was just like, oh, I might be in the same generation as Jazz because Jazz remembers 50-50.
No, I do remember. I think we were lucky enough to like all be caught just before like the next generation of TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
But
was
yeah,
the production on that show. Look at it. Wow.
my friend Jacob has raised an excellent point. My parents are aliens.
Yeah, that was another like
I
show that
remember
I was
it,
going to say
but
was a bit
Can't remember
strange.
anything about it.
Really, my parents are aliens was sick. It
I
was one
can
of those-
remember it. Yeah, no, I can remember this. Yeah,
It was just one of those really, really weird shows that was just fucking funny to watch as a kid. And I loved it.
I don't know
Uh,
how they came up with these things back then. Like you don't get anything like that
weed,
nowadays.
drugs.
Weed and drugs.
Yeah.
There we
Speaking of
go.
weed and drugs, Ed, and Eddie.
Oh
There
yeah.
you go.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. All this Cartoon Network. Can we just go onto Cartoon Network for a minute? Like
Yeah, of
all of
course,
those
go on.
shows. I can list like 40, and they're just all amazing.
Yeah, go on. You two will have to go. I don't think I was much of a Cartoon Network kid.
Oh yeah, you didn't have Sky, did you?
Yeah.
I was left behind.
Oh, so there's Samurai Jack, Ed and Eddie.
Yeah. Great. Great.
All the Power Rangers were on there. Okay, Ben 10.
Oh, what a
don't-
great program!
Do not
What
start
a
with Ben 10.
show.
What a great show!
I hated that show
I used to literally
purely
be
on the
addicted.
basis
I was addicted to it.
that in year 5 and 6, I was basically bullied for an entire year for being
Yeah.
Oh,
Ben
what's your name?
and being 10 years old. It was the worst year of my entire childhood.
Oh, but Ben
it's a
10
great
was such a
program,
good show. Powerpuff Girls. Yes, Kayla. Okay, which Powerpuff Girl do you relate to more?
I don't watch it. I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Neither of you watched it, did you?
No.
Shit. I was a Bubbles. For anyone that watched Powerpuff Girls, you know what that means. Bubbles was the blue one. Yes, Kayla. Bubbles!
Back onto Ben 10, by the way.
see,
I even had my own Omnitrix. Yes, I still remember the name of the
I,
watch.
ha-
Oh my god,
I
that
had
little
my own
watch
Omnitrix
thing.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Experiment 9 or whatever it was? Oh, yes. I want to Google what the Ben 10 things were.
Okay, Ellie was a blossom. For your information.
Ellie was a blossom.
Yep,
Ellie
there you
was
go.
the red one.
So what,
So
what was
Bubbles is
so
the blue one.
what was it about their characters that you could associate with?
Oh, she liked to draw and cried a lot.
Okay.
That which describes me pretty well.
Oh, oh, you should kind of sound a little bit sad now, mate.
It's a pretty good description of me.
Is
Also,
everything
she's
okay?
very bubbly. Is a very bubbly character. Code. Oh my god, Kayla is just listing all the Cartoon Network shows. Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory, Codenames Kid Next Door.
Mhm.
That show.
What a great
was
program.
fucking amazing. Oh my lord.
What was the one where the parents were supervillains? Cartoon one. And the kids were the heroes. And there was a lot of like, it
That
was all
was-
about mac and cheese and whatever. Oh, that was the main
That
thing
was
of the show.
that was Codenames Kids Next Door, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Oh, there we go, yeah.
Yeah, where they lived in a treehouse.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that was
Mm.
that, right?
I think so. Maybe that.
Teen Titans. Oh, Teen Titans. We'll come
Great
back
program.
to Teen Titans later. You guys know why. Teen Titans was so good though. I watched the shit out of that.
Yeah, I do. And then you get to watch Titans when you're older as well. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cartoon Network was elite in like the little bit from like 1999 to 2005. It was, oh, chef kiss. Like the shows they were putting out were unbelievable. I'm seeing Oscar in your chat naming a bunch of stuff that I don't
Yeah.
know.
Mr. Maker, that was another one of those. I think they called it CITV. That was on ITV News, but not ITV News, but
Yeah.
ITV. They had like a channel for kids.
What
And
is
that was
Mr. Maker? Let me Google
Maker.
Mr.
He,
Maker.
um,
Oh, I spilled my wine.
He was either. Let me get this right. I think he was a chef.
I'm definitely not just licking my wine off my notepad.
Oh, Oscar can correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was a chef.
Oh, one used to watch when I babysat people, which I watched way too much of, was Big Ben, Little Ben. Was that the two chefs?
Oh, yes.
Or
Sorry,
Big Chef,
I'm
Little
getting
Chef?
yeah, I'm getting mixed up here. So that one is the chef show. Mr. Maker, he made like lots of like weird little things out of all sorts. He was
Art Attack.
Yeah.
Art Attack. Oh, Art Attack was a
It
show.
was like a spin-off of Art Attack. I think Oscar's younger, so he's got Mr. Maker,
Mhm.
and then I think we associate with Art Attack more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Maker was on in like 2008, 2010.
I recognize the face now that I've googled it. but I don't think I've ever watched it.
Some
The
people
same with
used
like
to say
the Wiggles and stuff like
that
that. I've never watched it.
Neil Buchanan
But-
from Art Attack is actually Banksy. What do you think of that?
I like. I've heard that theory before. He's outwardly said it's not him, and there's proof that it's not. But
Yeah. It would have
I
been
still
cool.
believe it.
It would have been cool if it was him.
The main
Just
theory
on the
behind
topic of Banksy, I think it's just more than one person.
Yeah, there's the main
It
theory
has
that it's
to be,
more than one
surely.
person. It's like
There's no
a
way he gets around
collective.
like the entire country.
Oh
making
yeah,
things, yeah.
the head from Art Attack is a gangster. Oh, what's the head's name? Fuck, it was just a statue of some don with a bowl cup, wasn't it?
Let me get the
I might
picture.
be
up.
able
I
to
feel like
watch-
I remember what you're saying. Art Attack head. Here we go. Oh yeah, that weird statue. I'm sure it was of somebody.
I thought it was as well, but I can't remember. The head's name is the head. Thank you, guys.
Great.
What was my favorite Power Ranger series? Ollie says. I didn't watch that many. I watched a few.
I can't remember the names of the series or anything.
Yeah, I'm googling it now just to make sure I get not Power Connector for an RT. Power Rangers. It wasn't Dino Fury, but although I do remember that one.
Something Oscar's
I
just
remember that one.
just ticked my brain. So he's mentioned Chuggington, which I know for a fact is a more later on series, but that's linking me back to Thomas the Tank Engine, which is something that I watched.
Yeah, so my
Oh, yeah.
scooter when I was younger and my bike were both Thomas the Tank Engine.
I had a Thomas Tank Engine scooter.
When we first moved into my new house in Jersey after moving from Norway, my mum and dad built a Thomas the Tank Engine bed. And when I tell you it was imagine like the front end of Thomas the Tank Engine, like the cabin or whatever. It was like that
Yeah.
hollowed out of that big circular bit, and I had this big like hood over where like I would sleep, like where the pillow was. It was this huge like just wooden frame of Thomas the Tank Engine. I don't know where they got the idea to do it. I don't remember ever saying that I love Thomas the Tank Engine. Bearing in mind I was probably like 6 at the time we moved in. But yeah, that was something. So apparently I like Thomas the Tank
oh.
Engine.
On the question of what my favorite Power Rangers was, English version, because I'm sad and watched the Japanese version, so shut up. I think it's Dino Fury or Jungle Fury. I can't remember which one out of the two it was. But I think that was my favorite one. Out of the Japanese one, it was let me see if I can pronounce this right. Xiaojiu Sentai Laveman.
You butchered that,
I
didn't
pronounced
you?
that. I butchered that
You
Yeah,
fully
you
butchered
horrendously.
that. I can't say that I remember anything about Power Rangers. I know that I watched it. I just don't remember the specifics, like which series it was. You know, it was just
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I'm
what
gonna
it
put
was.
one out there. A TV program out there. Ben, you might be too young for this. I don't know, but
Okay.
Aaron definitely isn't. One of my most favorite ones, and my brother's most favorite ones when we were younger. Thunderbirds.
oh my god. I
Thunderbirds
was
are
there. Don't worry.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh, the
Thunderbirds.
Busted song. I know
Yeah.
this is on topic, but the Busted song.
Yeah,
Oh.
great song. And I will say, there's a little thing about me in my childhood, and it still relates to me now. When I was about 2, I got given this like Thunderbirds thing for my birthday, and it had a cushion in it, like this little
Yeah.
crap, fucking flat cushion, basically. But because I've been sleeping with it in my bed for so long, I still sleep with it now, and I can't sleep properly without it now.
Wow.
Bear in mind, I'm nearly 23 years old.
Yeah. The song still bangs.
I
yeah,
still
the
sleep
song
with a
still
Thunderbirds
does
song.
bang.
So for my probably 7th or 8th birthday, I think I got a toy set from the Thunderbirds, and it was the Thunderbirds 1, so the big green one. And then inside, it like the doors opened at the back, and out came the submarine, the yellow submarine. Do you remember
Oh,
that?
nice.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
used to play with that all the time. It was probably my favorite toy.
Thunderbird 4? Am I
Uh,
sad for remembering that?
Yeah, what was it? Was it Thunderbird 1 or was it Thunderbird
I used to have
4?
the island.
1 was the rocket, 2
Oh.
was the green ship, 3 was the red one.
Yeah, so
4
4
was the yellow
was
one
the
and-
submarine. Let's have a look.
Right.
Oh no, so it wasn't. Let's have a look. So it
I
was
used to have the
Thunderbirds
island
2.
as a
Here we
toy
go.
in
So it was Thunderbirds 2, and then out the back of it came Thunderbirds 4.
So you used to drop out the green one, which was 2, right?
Yeah.
Nah. Thunderbirds was a great show. Did
God,
you see the film?
bringing back so many memories.
I had
There was
loads of videos.
There was
I'm
a
sure
film.
I've
I
got
don't
a
think I've
film
ever
now.
watched the film.
There was a Thunderbirds film. It had
Oh
the
yes, I
actress
remember.
that played Gabriela Montez in it.
Thunderbirds film.
Uh,
2004 it came out.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
long
actor
time
for
ago.
it fell off the face of the earth. I don't think he did anything with his life.
Let's have a look.
But
Thunderbirds film. Let's have a look at the cast that was in this.
it was such a good film. I remember watching it so many times.
Ben Kingsley was in it. Fucking
I
hell.
was going to say, apart
Yeah,
from
Ben Kingsley was
Ben
in it.
Kingsley, I don't recognize anybody else.
No, you got Bill Paxton and Vanessa Hudgens. Vanessa Hudgens is Gabriella from High School
Yeah.
Musical. Mate, I recognise Bill Paxton as well.
Yeah. Like, it
oh
was
yeah,
a
I
good.
know who Bill Paxton is. Yeah,
Yeah.
dead
One
now.
second, just need to reply to a message. Carry the chat.
Right, going back to old school ones, we got Kayla and a couple others saying that Charlie and Lola. I think that was again another one of those slightly later shows
Yeah, I don't know that.
that took over. I think the slightly younger
Charlie
generation.
and Lola. I don't
Charlie and
know
Lola.
if when the only reason I clicked anything in my head is because you said Lola and I thought of Lilo and Stitch.
Great program.
But I might be too old for you two to remember that.
Do we
What, Lilo
remember?
and Stitch? No, I fucking love Lilo and
Yeah.
Stitch.
Do we
I got
remember?
really
Awesome.
annoyed when I was in Portugal when I was younger. We went to McDonald's and we got like Lilo and Stitch toys out of it because there was a film out at that point. And my brother buried mine in the sand, and we couldn't get it back before we had to leave and go back. And I was literally
What
crying
an
for about 2
evil
days.
brother.
Yeah, he just took my
Horrible.
toy. And he was playing with them, but he decided to bury them in the sand. So he lost his as well because then he buried them. We went back to the restaurant and we were out after like we were eating at McDonald's because we were like 5. And we went to
How old's your
leave, and my
brother?
mum was like, "Where's your toys?" My brother's 24, so he's 2 years older than me. And we went back to like the restaurant, and when we went to leave, my mum was like, "Right, go and grab your toys and everything." And my brother was like, "Oh, I buried them, mine as well." And we went looking for them for like 20
Yeah.
minutes. My mum was like, "Nah, too late, we're gone." We just left them out.
Ruthless.
So they're somewhere. It's
Absolutely
probably still buried
ruthless.
in a beach. Yeah, but it's in a beach at night time. So they're still somewhere, probably buried in that beach in Portugal. Those two
Some
fucking
lucky
Lilo and
kid
Stitch
is-
one,
toys.
one day
Some
you'll
lucky
go
kid
back
has
to
digged it up,
Portugal. One day you go back to Portugal just on like an epiphany search for your
Yeah.
fucking Lilo and Stitch toy.
Yeah, I always resent my
Oh,
brother for
Lord.
that.
I've seen in both of our chats now. I think we have to address it. Hey Arnold,
Hey
Never
Arnold,
watched
I
it.
don't think I ever watched that.
Is that
really?
mouse one?
No.
No?
Hey Arnold was the guy with the yellow hair that like sticked out 3 different ways.
Can't remember that. I don't
Oh,
know.
I
I don't
don't
remember
know.
that.
Google it and you'll remember the show, but I
me
don't
Google
think
it.
you'll have watched it that much. I used to love the show, like, but I think it was Football Head. Yes, American Football Head. So you know how like
Hey Arnold.
Stewie
Oh, I
from
do
Family Guy
recognise
is-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never watched it though, but I do recognise it.
I watched the living crap out of it. I think it's another show that they remade, right? Maybe.
It looks like there's 2 different like versions.
Yeah,
Like, one looks quite new.
but it was like I think it was around from when I was born until I was like 7 or something. But it was a really good show. It's really funny.
Oh my goodness, Balamori. What
What's
a
the
throw!
story
Balamori.
about Balamori? Wouldn't you
Wouldn't
like to know?
I think we just, we had a great
What's the
childhood with some
Balamori?
great shows on
Oh,
offer.
we grew up at the
Oh,
right
yeah.
time.
I think we got lucky, didn't we?
Oh, on the same wavelength for Balamori, 54 Zulane.
Yeah.
Is that it?
64 Zoolane.
64
64 Zulane, yeah.
64
64
Zulane.
Zoolane. What a program
What
that
a
is. I love that.
tune.
And a tune as well,
Wow.
yeah.
And like all those shows. Oh, we're talking like CBBC now. Like
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
good old
CBBS
CBBC.
even. Oh.
You know
it's
what used to
the
really annoy
golden
me?
years.
When they absolutely nailed the CBBC intro, and then they thought they'd go and modernise it and change it up. And
Mhm.
God, that got on my nerves, I have to tell you.
Ollie with the Ollie with the Michael Owen comment of the century. Kids shows now are too kiddish.
Well,
I know what you mean. Bear's Big Blue House. Kayla's just says, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I've
the hell's
heard of that.
Bear's Big.
I've
It
heard
rings
of
a bell in the back of my mind, but I don't
that. Yeah.
remember.
But Ollie,
it.
that's a great Michael Owen comment there. I do have
Mm.
to agree.
I recognize the bear. That's about it. I don't think I ever watched the show.
I don't think I ever watched it, but I recognise the name, seeing it. Like, I remember.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
on
another
TV.
Disney one. It was an
Yeah.
early Disney one. Okay. Oh, I've just mentioned Disney and remembered That's So Raven.
Yep. Got Corey in the house
Oh.
after that as well.
Yep. And
Yeah.
one that I can't believe any of us haven't mentioned yet. I understand Ben didn't really watch it. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
see, this was
And
another
Sweet
one
Life
that
of
I was
Deck.
able to sneak my way into a neighbour's house and watch. Yep.
Oh, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Started my love for whoever. We'll talk about it later.
See where this one's
That
going.
was such a good show.
Yeah.